CAO, Nicaragua, and Toro. Hey everybody, okay, this is Cigar Vlog. So, CAO, one of the bigger brands that you're going to find. Kind of a hit or miss. Some of them are real good, some of them are kind of eh. Hopefully this will be one of the ones that's really good. By the way, there's going to be a little bit of a breeze. It was not doing this like 5 minutes ago, so just kind of bear with me on that one. So, CAO has been known for occasionally a couple of kind of hit or miss cigars. You know, like the Flathead series is usually pretty good, but their flavored lines like the Moon Trance, not so much. Okay, draws pretty good on that. Here's hoping that breeze isn't going to end up screwing up my light. It's going to screw up my light. Guaranteed. Ooh. You'd think for a torch this hot, it would actually be lighting. Ooh. Wow, okay. Right off the bat, there's a little bit of spice to that, but also a little kind of weirdly floral note, just like straight away. Got a floral hit, a little clean tobacco, touch of spice. Very interesting. This ought to be an interesting little stick to check out. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this down to halfway point, make sure my light's good, and see if anything really stands out. I did say first inch, right? Not halfway, because that's too much. Anyway. Okay, so about an inch in. Keep an eye out for dog walkers, bicyclists, and the like. Kind of don't like getting run over, or like peed on. Anyway, so far, there's definitely a little spicy, a little earthy. I want to say there's something a little floral in there. It's a little sweet. Overall, not bad. Pretty good mix of interesting stuff going on. It seems to be one of the better CAOs that I've had so far. So far, that is. Here's what I say: the CAO is kind of a hit or miss brand because, certain lines like the Brasilia, so far the Nicaragua, their Flathead line are usually pretty good. But then their flavored line, like the Moon Trance, and Moon Trance is okay-ish, but they have this weird mango thing. I don't know why people buy that. But yeah, it's like sometimes they're real good, sometimes they're kind of mediocre, sometimes you get the flavor and it's just god-awful. Hopefully this is going to end up working out a little better, and I'm going to have to do something a little different than what I usually do. Typically, I was using the ash as like a measure of construction quality. Turns out it's actually not really a good idea. But ash usually does help me keep an eye on when the halfway point is. It's because I can still see the whole cigar and I can tell where halfway is. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that this time just because of the fact that there's a little bit of like fire danger, so I'm going to be like tapping every like inch or so in order to kind of mitigate any kind of risk. So hopefully my next update will actually be at the halfway point because it's going to be a little difficult to judge. Anyway, just a little disclaimer there. Yeah, I'm just stalling right now because I kind of don't have anything else to say about it at this time. Other than I'm going to have to watch out for my halfway point. Anyway, I'm going to yank the band. Hopefully it will not stick. CAO is, I think they're usually pretty okay about bands. They find like older brands that still use the glue. Yeah, those will get stuck to the wrapper. Not cool. Newer brands like your Man of Wars, they are typically pretty good about just using an actual self-adhesive band. But I won't know until I yank it. So I'm going to go ahead and yank the band, get down to the halfway point, and give an update from there. Okay, check this out. I just yanked the band. I was just talking about how most modern brand makers, band makers are actually pretty good about, like not using a big wad of glue. This one was designed specifically to be peeled off in one piece. Check this out. There's actually a little message and a little map on the inside of the wrapper. That's the inside of the, not the wrapper, the band. The inside of the band. You are intentionally supposed to take that off and read that. I just thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, onto the halfway. Okay, I think I pretty much hit the halfway point here. Got my nice little windbreaker tree behind me. He's a friendly tree. I like this tree. It's my buddy. Anyway, flavor's been pretty consistent so far. Spice has gotten a little bit down, but it still has a very kind of floral quality to it. Plus a touch of earthiness. Overall, I'd say pretty good cigar to sit on a hot afternoon, cold glass of whiskey, maybe tequila. Or possibly moderate coffee, nothing like too strong. Red Hill just kind of doubles down when you get in the mouth. Not bad. I don't know if I'd pay more than maybe $60 for a box of these, but you know, that's just me. I also tend to be a little bit of a cheapskate, so. But, ooh. Those are some angry looking clouds. And off in the distance, you see Tenpenny Tower. The only thing standing after the bombs drop, there's that one hotel over there, and every time I drive by it, I swear I have to make that Tenpenny Tower joke because it is just so jarring. It just sticks out like a sore thumb. It's the only thing that's like at least a dozen stories. Everything else around it is like maybe 1, 2, 3 stories at the most. And it just looks like the only thing standing after the nuclear bombs are hit. Anyway. Yeah, yesterday it dropped 19 degrees in 3 minutes. That's nuts. But that's Colorado. Anyway. Doesn't do much else for the cigar, but anyway, I'm going to get this down to the nub and see if anything kind of changes, wakes up, does anything else. It's kind of funny, this hasn't really even been building flavor, it's just been kind of the same consistent flavor throughout. Not really a bad thing, but you know, it's kind of one of those things that you can be sitting there having a conversation with somebody else and having a drink, doing whatever, and it's just kind of there. So, I'm going to call this a companion cigar. It's just something that you smoke to have something to smoke on. Flavor's good, subtle, nothing really to write home about. But decent quality so far. Anyway, I'm gonna get this down the nub and see if it wakes up. Okay, I think I pretty much hit the nub as I'm running out of finger space. So far, flavors have been pretty consistent. They don't really build anything, they just kind of get maybe a little more intense. Overall, the overall flavor is a little spicy. That kind of mellows out as you go. But it's a little spice, a little sweet. The spiciness never actually goes away, by the way. But there's a little spice, a little sweet, and I want to say the overwhelming flavor I get off of this is something very, very floral. And it's kind of got that sweet, flowery, kind of perfumey kind of thing going on. Not bad. But I can definitely say this is what I call a companion cigar. As in, it's a hot afternoon, you're sitting on the front porch, you got a cold glass of whiskey and a good conversation, and this. And that's pretty much where this stands. Yeah. There's always somebody walking by and taking their time. Well, anyway, once you get towards the end, like pretty much any cigar, the flavor kind of washes out and you just get hot tobacco. But overall, not a bad little stick. I don't know if I'd go out of my way to get a whole box of them, but definitely worth a 5-pack. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up and get out of here before I start getting rained on, which it looks like it's about to dump. So, seeing as I don't really have much else to say about this, if you like this review or any other review, like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know if you had a different experience. Beyond that, check out my Twitch stream, Sunday, Friday night, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. If you can't make the live, it will show up on YouTube eventually. And I have to remember to link to that other channel. Anyway, I keep spacing that out. So, that's it. Like I said, that's pretty much all I got. I'll see you next time. It really does look like it's about to start dumping.